So now it took me actually probably two and a half hours to prepare carefully for this map. And so I'm not taking in these people, these are the random select. So it gave me an option of 8 out of 10 random people, and I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do, and I think this is really, really ludicrous, is I'm not gonna take in my original people, right? Because last time I took in the half team with correct resources, and a few of you guys had an issue with like the resources that I took in and stuff, and the amount of people that I took in was 12. And I actually found out that I had a save, this one down here actually, but I resaved it, with all my original maps people, like my first really big colony. And I was really excited about that prospect because I thought about it and I'm like, I could take in a whole group of people you guys haven't even seen yet that I feel like pretty connected to. But then I thought about it and I didn't want all of them. And I did want a couple of people off, not that last map, but the previous map. So I went and got Franklin, and I got another one, Nichols, which you guys haven't heard about. I just picked one person at random out of my huge colony, and that was Nichols. So I'll show you them. So I'm actually taking in 21 people, and I don't believe I'm going to succeed. I strongly believe that we're going to die really fast. I don't think we're going to have any kind of like special long game with this by starting with 21 people. I've tried in the past, and usually there's not enough resources. I can't produce enough resources, and I can't store enough resources. And any catastrophe becomes a major catastrophe. So these are my characters as they were, and I'll go through everything. So Lumi, like all this, she doesn't have anything she's incapable of, but her stats are true. So I know last time you guys were a little bit upset by the extra kind of OP stats that she had. Sorry, I needed some water. My voice is really croaky today. Okay, so yeah, she's mostly like shooting animals and stuff like that. She's nothing greatly special. She's starting at 30. Amiya is also, she's incapable of being violent. So she was actually a pacifist. And in the last game, I made it that she was capable of holding weapons and doing violence. So she actually wasn't. So I thought that was really interesting. Shizuka is also incapable of violence. She was also originally incapable of violence. So I actually, my very, very first game, where I started with Lumi, Amiya, and Shizuka as my 3 crash landers, I started with 2 pacifists. And that was really hard because I only had one person that could hunt animals, and the other ones, like, they could do stuff, but it wasn't as helpful at keeping everybody alive as I sort of needed. Acosta is incapable of cooking. Hey, Azula. I was wondering if any of the cats would come down and join me. So, funny thing is, Weeks, chronological age, she's like 635. She's like super, super old. Because I think I think I found her in a crypt or something. Anyway, she has a gun and stuff like that. So she's one of the few people who's gonna actually get a gun. She's incapable of intellectual and crafting. So that's pretty cool. Lincoln is super young. He's as young as you can get without having the new, what do you call it? The biological mod thing that you can get for your game. Let's see. Ane-san is incapable of artistic and medical, or caring, I guess, which is pretty funny. Enyo, she can do pretty much everything. She's just shit at mining. Corpsey is somebody you guys haven't seen before. And Corpsey was somebody I got out of a cryo sleep thing in one of those ancient danger rooms, and he was incapable of firefighting. And got chimpanzee, he used to be a wild human, so he's incapable of social, just like he used to be. Tofu is almost as young as you can get. He's 15, and he's basically got all the stats he had. He was pretty good when we got him, not gonna lie. I just find that he seems to have a lot of personality issues, and I don't know if that's to do with the fact that he doesn't get like an adulthood thing specifically. Seahorse, she's incapable of mining, which was a surprise to me, because I thought, no, I had got her. She had OP animals. That's what she had, OP. I actually thought she had more than that. I thought she had two, but yeah, she came to me with a 19. So that's why she stayed. And I made silverware. She was supposed to be a reroll sister to her. I also changed her colors. So now she's silver. Um, Now I changed her name last time. So silverware. I know that's Silver War, but we'll just change it a little bit so it at least sounds rightish. She can't do plant work. So I'm pretty sure I used to like use her for farming, but obviously now I can't because she can't. Let's see. So Sam, you guys haven't met Sam before. He was somebody we took in. I think we rescued him, and he's not incapable of anything. But as far as I know, he was pretty OP about pretty much everything. Um, let's see what else. So Cypress. So you guys haven't seen Cypress, but I also changed his name. His name was Christian, and obviously, like his name would come up as Christian, but I don't greatly like saying it out, so I just renamed him Cypress because I'm like, he's an undertaker. He needs a cooler name, you know. So he's incapable of violent and cooking, which is really interesting because I have a lot of pacifists right now. I think I'm up to 4 or 5 pacifists. So this is going to be really interesting because I've got more to come. Dodsworth, he was a cryosleep survivor. Um, I also had one of these people, I think it's Jet up and coming, who was like a pod survivor or something. But I'll get to the. Okay, so Dodsworth was like good at cooking and stuff. Like, I never really had any beef with Dodsworth. I think I always felt sorry for him because I know he's married to somebody. I'll get to relationships soon, but he was married to somebody, and that person treated him like crap. And every time he dated somebody, they left him. Like, he'd woo them and then they'd leave him. So I always felt really sorry for Dodsworth because, like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's really nice, you know? E, that's literally his name. I have not changed anything. I've literally just given him green armor. That's it. Had green hair. His name was E. That's how he came to me. He was can't do crafting or artistic or dumb labor. So yeah, I don't know. I remember not bringing him into like the last game just because he couldn't do a lot of basic stuff, but I know he can do like plants and stuff. Jet, I always forget that that's a she. Um, yeah, I religiously keep thinking that Jet is a boy, and I don't know why. I almost changed her body type just so I could kind of like remember she's a boy, but I figured no, I didn't want to. So I just left her as is. So she has no medical, she can't do caring, and she can't do animals. Let's see, Nina. Nina was an early lady. She came in with weeks. She came in just after weeks. And she literally came in with armor. That's why she's got armor still. Um, she's incapable of dumb labor. That's it. She's just she's a game dev. She's fucking awesome. So now we've got our 2 new people that I've added um, from a previous game. So you got Nicholas, which I nicknamed Nick because Nicholas. I don't know. I go to say Nicholas, but it's Nicholas or Nichols or whatever. So it's Nick, and he is incapable of artistic. Basically, like he's pretty weird. He's got 2 like bad traits, 2 good traits. Like I don't know. It'd be interesting because he's construction and stuff. Like I just picked him at random, by the way. I didn't pick him because he can do construction and stuff. I literally did like a fucking eeny meeny miny mo, and he's the winner out of my whole last tribe. Um, and Franklin, I wanted to bring in last time, and he's incapable of violence. He's just a pacifist, but he could do medical, plants, and animals. And he was just like a genuinely nice bloke, you know? He was always just happy. So I wanted to bring him in. I wanted to 100%. So I have relationships. I didn't have this last time. I tried to avoid it because of extra drama. But we've got Ane-san is married to Chimpanzee. I think he was actually married to somebody else, but it's fine. They're married. Acosta is married to her original husband, Corpsey. Nina to Sam, her original husband. Amia to E, her original husband. Jet to Langreda. Langreda. That's what I'm just going to go with. He's not in my team, but he's on the map somewhere in the world. Now, these two, I'll get to them in a second, but Lincoln's married to Missy, and that's it. She's also not on my team. So what I did is for the first time I made some people out in the world, and I can encounter these people. They'll be in random tribes. I don't know if they're going to be good or bad, if they're going to crash land, if they're going to come near me, if I'm never even going to see them. But I thought it'd be really interesting to make a few people. The Nona can't do dumb labor, and Missy is incapable of nothing. Yeah, Langerda. I should change that, honestly. It's incapable of dumb labor. Whitehead, it's incapable of dumb labor and cleaning. And Esme is can't do cooking and plant work. But these are all just people that are randomly out there in the world that could be in any random faction. And I don't know if I will encounter them or not, but maybe. But they have previous relationships, they're ex-lovers to my people. So I thought that would be interesting, especially since like Lincoln's like 15 or some shit. So I thought that was extra funny. Okay, so equipment. Now I have got some stuff that's a bit OP, and I will explain everything here. So as far as I understand, some of these stats are kind of standard. I think silver components and wood are standard from memory. Obviously, I have a lot of packaged survival meals, and the general rule is about 100 to 1,000 packaged survival meals per person, which would put you at 21,000. But in this instance, that's, you know, there's more than that. I know some of the animals will snack on it, and I'm hoping it's just going to give them a boost until they're stable. Something like pigging out could absolutely wreck us. I don't know. But I did add 5,000 medicine. It's a lot more than I ever have. And I figure between 21 people, that's going to give them a few opportunities for punch-ups and various incidences to occur and them to live. But once that's gone, that's gone. I wish I was bringing more components, but I'm not. I have granted 1,000 steel instead of 700. Usually it's 700, and I think 700 is about standard from memory. I'm bringing 3 female cats, 3 female panthers, same standard amounts. I swapped out, I gave 1 extra female cat though. I've got 2 female thrumbos, 1 male cat, 1 male panther, 1 male thrumbo. So I've decreased the number of male animals, and I'm hoping I don't lose them before they mate. But I really don't want to have multiple, male animals that realistically I can't harvest, and they can only be trained to so much. The pemmican situation, again, I have allowed a lot of that, with the idea that some of the animals will eat it too. Not expecting all of this to survive. Maybe some of it will even rot out. I don't expect them to move it all into cover. Now we've got Weeks' auto pistol. I am bringing a small array of guns, so 4 bolt-action rifles to make that a group of 5, 5 sniper rifles for the first time, and 5 steel gladiuses. Normally it's plasteel, and it's normally only 3. I normally bring 2 of every kind of gun except for rocket launchers and any of the lancers, or grenade launchers and stuff. They are getting 2 Jade games of I thought that would be nice. Last time we brought in gold. This time it's jade. They're getting 4 jade small sculptures, which is more than usual, and it's jade. They're getting 5 psychic emanators for the first time ever instead of 3. We're bringing in 2 wooden hopstone rings, 2 jade large sculptures. So this is different as well. So normally this would be gold, and I would not normally bring in a large sculpture, but I thought if I can make one room look nice and it impact their mood, maybe they won't rampage. Hoping for the best. I'm bringing in 25 Thrumbo Horn, which is, I think, 10 more than usual, give or take. That's always for trading, usually for food or medicine, because they're probably not going to be able to produce enough to be able to survive. I'm going to have to buy stuff. Thrumbo Horn always goes down well for gifts, so it's a very good way to get the allies on board. And for the very first time ever, I'm taking in chicken eggs that are fertilized, and I'm kind of hoping for the best. Honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen with that. Maybe they hatch. If they do hatch, I can't determine how many chickens I'm going to get of what type. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I think I've explained everyone and everything. So we've got a couple of people from 2 maps ago. We've got a bunch of people you guys have never seen. We altered a couple of people you guys have seen and changed a few names and changed a few colors and stuff. And for the most part, everybody's same. I maybe like changed up some hair color, or gave a jacket or something like that, or painted their armor or something like that, something different. But that's basically it. So we're gonna start now. I think so. I think I'm ready to start. I've gone over all the equipment, relationships and stuff. Like I said, I really don't think that this colony is going to survive. 21 people is a massive amount of people to try to keep happy, to try to feed and shelter. And I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'm going to try. So let's start.